Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is September the 7th, 2017. Buy and hold. All right, everyone. Check out the notes section below. You get all your information down there, cryptohwwallet.com. Get your Trezor, Ledger Nano, your leather case, digital Bitbox. I've got a leather case right here, actually. I'll show it to everyone. Have I done that before? I don't remember if I've ever shown the leather case before. Someone tell me if I have. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, they're awesome. You can get them at cryptohwwallet.com. What do we got going on here today? Oh, tomorrow at noon Eastern time. That's 9 a.m. Los Angeles time and 5 p.m. London time. It's This Week in Bitcoin right on this channel. We have Richard Hart is going to be on. Who else is going to be on? Oh, yes, Rocky Palumbo. And Nick Carter. He's got a big Twitter feed out there. I linked to it below. He's of coinmetrics.io, cryptofundamental.com. I linked to all of that below. Thing that I noticed today, well, first of all, we're back in the Bitcoin groove, aren't we? Just back around 4,600. It's like the China FUD never happened. It's like the announcement never happened at all. And hey, man, I told you so. You just got to take those things in stride and think long term. All right, so Bitcoin Dark. Yeah, that's a coin that's been out for a long time. And at random times, it spikes up. And it's at about $140 now. On its name alone, there are no fundamentals. It's just propped up by people, people, newbies. I don't know. I don't know what gives there. But people have asked me, well, how much is Bgold going to be worth? How much? I mean, so you see the incentive for coins to fork off of Bitcoin and either use the name or sort of use the name, use it in a aggressive way, use it in a passive way. It pays. It pays. Now, Bitcoin Dark is not a fork of Bitcoin. It is not a friendly. I don't know what the heck it is exactly. It's not being. It was not distributed the way that Bgold will be, and that Bcash was, and that 2x will be. All right. I just wanted to point that out for those of you who are like, oh, how much is it going to be worth? Well, the market determines how much it's going to be worth. But if you look at this crazy Bitcoin Dark, maybe that it's worth $140, and there's 16 million of it or something. You know what? I didn't even look how many there are. I think there's 16 million of it. No, I'm not sure. Oh, well, that might cancel out what I just said a little bit. But anyway, it's valued at $140. Make up your own decisions. Obviously, its value is based on, I don't know what, just its name alone. All right, pound that like button when Adam is thinking on the job here. All right, and bang that bell button if you're already a subscriber and you want to get updates. That's cool. So there's a Reddit thread, and it talks about GBTC, the Bitcoin Investment Trust, provides an update on the possible Bcash distribution. Now, on Reddit, they titled it incorrectly, and they said that GBTC not sell their Bcash. That is not what was announced. Originally, everyone thought that the GBTC fund, the Bitcoin Investment Trust that Barry Silbert's in charge of, they thought that the Bcash would be sold, and I guess the proceeds would go back to the users. So there'd be a dump of Bcash. Now the news is that they're asking about they're looking into different distribution, whether they're going to set up a separate Bcash fund for everyone or to give the Bcash to everyone. It looks like there's another option besides dumping the Bcash. So if there's less of a likelihood of dumping the Bcash, that the people were celebrating in the Reddit thread that was bullish. And well, that is true. The Bcash price did go up recently. That's probably more so to do with mining profitability, but maybe it had something to do with this also. Check out those links below because they are interesting. The Reddit thread and the actual press release are linked to below your own mind. And obviously I talked about Bitcoin Dark before. You can look and see what the exact numbers are with that. All right, so there, if you look for Bgold, if you do a search on Twitter, more and more people are discussing it, to say the least. And yes, they're discussing it. And first of all, I wanted to say, a lot of people ask, have questions about Bgold, okay? And they're asking me like I'm supposed to be the expert. Now, I did break the story, which I'm very proud about, but I'm not the expert. There's a Bgold Slack. Oh, join it. Apparently, the membership of the BTG Slack or Bgold Slack jumped from 50 to 100 since my video last night. So people are paying attention. People are talking about it. There's also somebody started a Twitter account. I don't know if it's a joke or not. I linked to it below, at Bitcoin Gold, it's called. They actually, that's around for a while, but they just started tweeting about Bgold. Hey man, I don't know what that is exactly. We're getting in on this. Again, for me, this is free crypto. It is a benefit of holding the root coin, Bitcoin. Another benefit of just being a holder of Bitcoin, something that I'm a huge fan of. It's also a way to minimize 2x and any other fork up in a malicious, that's malicious, that's trying to steal the Bitcoin name. These guys aren't trying to do that. They're not mining it the same way. It's totally different. Join their Slack, okay? Trust them? They don't trust them. They don't. When it comes, first of all, the product isn't even out yet. It's not until October 1st. I'll believe it when we see it, okay? So you can say what you want to say about it and everything. Hey man, I'm just reporting the news here, and this is news, all right? If that many, there are 100 people on their Slack now that are interested in it, that are trying to help out with development and all sorts of stuff. I have not joined their Slack because, again, I don't have time. I don't have time for every social media platform. And so many other people have asked me to join Slacks in the past, and I say no. I'm just not going to join any Slack ever because I'm already on other social media platforms. You could find me easily. I can't play around with everybody here. All right. But you guys, I mean, if you're interested in it, if you want answers, I'm not the guy with the answers. I'm definitely not the guy with the technical answers. And that's where you can talk about it. Apparently, they've got English representatives now. What they have out there publicly, the website looked horrible. I mean, no one's in disagreement about that. They need to update it. They need to put proper English on it. Again, the product's not out. It's not until October 1st. Free Bgold on October 1st, then fine, wait. Or never get it at all. It's a free world, man. I'm just bringing you the news here. I think it is fascinating, this crypto dividend phenomena. It is the newest thing. And I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud of it. I'm proud that I came up with the term and that I recognize this before others did. So, all right. And you should be proud of your accomplishments. This is what this channel is about. It's not about like worrying and doing nothing. It's about being in motion, trying to figure things out, bringing stuff to the people, man. Anyway, speaking about bringing stuff to the people, Vinny Lingham has a new article. He's got his what's the name of his token, his ICO, Civic. Everyone's in love with Civic and everything. So they're asking him all sorts of questions. How can I start an ICO? How can I make a token? How can I do this? So he decides to make a post about it on his blog. And I'll quote from it. Well, his previous one, Tokens Are Eating the World, surpassed all the views, likes, and shares of every previous post he wrote. All right. So I linked to his newest one. It's just amazing that people are that into ICOs. That was his most popular ever. Yet, and this is a really important point, Vinny Lingham changed my freaking life in 2016 when he wrote, "There has been an awakening it was in May, I believe, of 2016, when he made some predictions about Bitcoin, that it would be $3,000, and he gave lots, and I linked to that below too. And it has so many less likes than all of these token ones that he's done, all this ICO stuff that he's done. In that old one, he predicted $3,000 for Bitcoin in 2016. And as many of you know, I planned accordingly to that prediction. And yes. So my point is this. It wasn't that glamorous. You know, it wasn't tokens. He made a simple prediction. He talked about countries buying Bitcoin. He talked about inflation. He talked about just things that you have to think about, actually. And I publicized that blog post, and I really lived that blog post, thank God. and yet these ones now, everyone wants a quick return. Everyone wants the hottest thing. ICO. How make $1 million, Vinny? How am I going to make $1 million, Vinny? You know, that's what they want. They want it now. They want it tomorrow. They don't want to plan ahead of how they're going to make $1 million, but they want their $1 million now. Anyway, he's given $1 million advice before, trust me. So here's another public service announcement out there. And it just shows you the different mentalities here. There's the buy and hold people that believe in Bitcoin, that understand halvings. And then there's just the people that are like, I want to get in on this thing now, man. Tell me how to do this ICO for my company. And you know, most of these companies that want to do ICOs, they have nothing to do with cryptocurrency whatsoever. It's insanity. It's insanity. Pound that like button, people. All right. So the Vortex, my buddy, the Vortex, is a public service announcement. I linked to it below because these CEOs seem to think they represent us as if they were elected and voted in by the people. They weren't. People need to know that businesses do not represent users. They are simply there to serve them. In return, if they do a good work, then they make a profit. Simple as that. So yeah, there are a lot of businesses out there on Twitter that are trying to say they represent the people because they're businesses, and they're trying to speak loudly because they are businesses. They do service a lot of people. They don't speak for their customers. And when they try to, if they say something that you don't believe in, you've got to boycott them. You've got to boycott them. Like, I mean, if you don't believe in what Shapeshift is saying, then don't use Shapeshift anymore. Shapeshift does not, when he tweets that stuff out, about 2x or whatever, it doesn't mean the people that are using Shapeshift support him or anything. And you shouldn't support, and if they're tweeting stuff out there that you're totally opposed to, boycott. Boycott is the power of the people, but it's good to clarify that, individuals, we all have a say in how this goes. We all have to speak our mind. And if we're quiet, then then the big businesses will speak louder than us. And that's unfortunate. I'm here, and Vortex is here to just, spread the word and try to tell everyone about the SegWit and tell everyone, that this 2x stuff is, or whatever, it's a crypto dividend. I mean, it's not a threat. There are many crypto dividends there, Bgold, Bcash, all that stuff. All right. And then I'm reading, so someone recommended this token article. And in this ICO article, it talks about how some of these ICOs might have to have SCOs, secondary coin offerings. So they're gonna inflate the supply. Who is good? So many people are gonna fall for that too. They'll be like, oh, they're gonna make more of these. Oh, I'll have to buy them. So here's a quote. Along those lines, imagine that the price of the token soars. While delightful for investors and speculators, a dramatically higher price does present a conundrum for customers. Because again, these tokens are supposed to actually be used by customers, except these tokens, so far there is no, in any of these ICOs, there is no product yet. None. There's no product. Anyway, the company may choose to perform a secondary coin offering. Increasing the circulating supply would lower the price of the token. That's great. And drop fiat or cryptocurrency onto the balance sheet for investment or future token buybacks. So yeah, it's a way for these companies to raise even more money, make the original tokens less, and you're paying for it. If you're the suckers that bought this thing. It's not like Bitcoin when you're going to get 21 million. You know how many there are. They can keep on printing them, printing them, printing them. Just like the Fed, just like in Venezuela, just like Robert Mugabe freaking did. Okay, so you can take the Robert Mugabe route with the ICO or the Satoshi Nakamoto route. I mean, it's your choice, free world. All right, so here we go. Barry Silbert again, man. This dude's all over the place. He says the Ethereum ETF 19B-4 filing has been withdrawn by the New York Stock Exchange. Translation, no ETF for Ethereum. All right. I linked to the SEC press release and I linked to his tweet. And, you know, it was not his Ethereum ETF. It was someone else's. So there's not going to be an Ethereum ETF just yet. But that doesn't mean there's, I don't, you decide on your own how important it is. I'm sure other people are gonna talk about it. Okay, now we're gonna talk about a lot of people. You know, Andreas Antonopoulos has said many a time that Bitcoin has been trusted. People have tried it, has been tested. It's been hacked. It's been just pulled every different way. It's robust. It's big, and it's been around the longest, and it's the most proven. It is the most trusted, and it takes time. No one else has had to suffer through what Bitcoin has had to suffer on every level, whether it be technical, marketing, the media, everyone saying, just, it's tested. And people forget that when they're like, well, my coin's the biggest thing. And in the past, you know, I don't usually bring up these low-level coins that I don't care about, that are just, I don't know what, if they're proof of work, they're pre-mined, or proof of, I don't even know what the heck they are. It's the proof of stake. There's the pre-mine, and Iota is this one. Some people have tried to pump it up to me before, Iota. Now, I am not going to spread, I'm not spreading FUD about Iota. Listen very carefully when I say this. So someone on Twitter released a tweet and a Medium post, and it says, cryptographic vulnerabilities in Iota. We found and disclosed a security vulnerability in Iota, a $2 billion cryptocurrency. Okay, they did that. They found out there was a major problem with it, and they reported it to the Iota people, and the Iota people fixed it. They patched the problem, all right? And that was like weeks ago. And now they are releasing that fact, okay? So Iota is fine. But the point is that it wasn't fine. And that any of them can, if they were bad actors, imagine what would have happened. It would have been the #1 story real quick. Everyone would have heard of Iota. So there's some people that are like seeing this tweet and they're like, oh, why are you spreading FUD? They're not spreading FUD. It's fine. It's not. The issue is what it is fixed, but it was broken. And these other ones can be broken also. Okay, they're not tested. I give these people credit. They went about it in the right way. They told the developers and it got fixed and no one hacked anything. But if it would have been the wrong people, that would have been very bad. So it is fine now. Apparently the price of Iota has dropped. And guess what? Me talking about it isn't going to drop the price anymore. It doesn't matter. This is more of an overall, a new crypto thing. But for me, it's why Bitcoin is the rock, okay? These type of things aren't going to happen with Bitcoin. All right, so pound that like button, as I like to say. There is an article about GMO. GMO is a funny name for a Japanese internet group plans a $300 million investment in Bitcoin mining. That is awesome news, man. The more competition, the better. Obviously, it will not be, there'll be no suspicion that it's state-controlled in Japan, at least, if they start a Bitcoin mining company out there. Japan's a very free market, very much like us, unlike China, where people wonder, are some of these mining companies supported by the state? So this is interesting. We'll see how that develops over time. If they actually get off the ground, it's obviously $300 million. It costs a lot to start your own mining company, people. So yeah, avoid the word mining, definitely. If you're a regular Joe, you're not like, don't get into the cloud mining is what I'm saying. All right. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. We will be back at noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for a great special This Week in Bitcoin. That's 5 p.m. in London, 9 a.m. in Los Angeles. See ya.